Good morning, everybody. This is Justin W. Hedges, the 3 a.m. Screenwriter, and this is hopefully the first of weekly um, video logs I'll be doing for the 3 a.m. Screenwriter from now on. It's going to have a fairly set format, but we'll play it by ear. The first segment for our video logs every week is I'm just going to be talking about my journey. My updates and thoughts on the projects that I'm working on, and stuff like that. The pitch that I made for the contest was for regular. It's a animated feature that I wrote. This is after the contest was over. I went back in and I did some more polishing, but this is done, finished. No more drafts. Nothing at all. It's done. I did enter it into the 2010 Screenwriting Expo, and depending on how it does in competition, will determine whether or not I take it on again and try and redo some drafts or maybe improve it. The scripts I'm currently working on, I've got two going at the time. One is in the note stage, and the other one has already been started. The one that I've started is called How to Save the World and Get the Girl. And this is a post-apocalypse comedy movie. And I've got that going. What do I have? I have 6 pages of outline left and 17 pages written of the script. We read the first 13 pages last Wednesday at my weekly table read group, and it went over pretty well. They liked the humor. They liked what was going on with it, the hook. So I think it went pretty well. A second script I'm working on, surprise, surprise, considering my well-documented gnome hatred on Twitter, I've got the working title of Bad Gnome. And it is going to be a horror comedy. And I've got about 5 pages of notes on that. I've been working on that really just this week, the last few days, the notes and stuff, because it was was burning up my brain. Yeah, I do work on multiple projects at the same time. It's how I beat writer's block. I go with what's hot on the brain, what's producing the most material, the most forward progress. And if I get to a point where I'm just like, fingers hovering over the keyboard for too long, which is kind of what happened this week with How to Save the World and Get the Girl, then I see what else going on. If there's something else on my brain that's, hot to trot, ready to get some stuff put down on the page like Bad Gnome was, I just move with it, go with it. I'm actually starting to get back into the groove at this point. Bad Gnome's cooled down, and I think I figured out what I was hesitant about on How to Save the World and Get the Girl, so I'm going to move on with that. Today I'm just going to talk very briefly about the new direction for the blog, for the 3 a.m. Screenwriter blog. Just some notes of things I'm going to be doing and not doing. I'm not doing any more movie reviews. If somebody asks me an opinion about a movie, I'll give it. Everybody's got an opinion about a movie, and opinions don't always match up with yours. And I find that happens a lot with me. So I'm not going to be doing any more movie reviews. One, I don't like to go negative. And two, one, I don't like to go negative. So I don't like to post negative reviews. I've done 1, maybe 2. And it just seems like unfair because nobody actually sets out to make a bad movie. It ends up that way for whatever reason, whether it's in the writing, the direction of, a lot of people will say it's because the studio has their hands too much in it, but I don't necessarily believe that's true either. It's not always the studio's fault. It could just be, poor casting. An actor wasn't right for a certain role, it just didn't cut together right. Who knows? And the second reason I'm not doing any more movie reviews because you really should decide for yourself whether or not you want to see a movie. Everybody has an opinion, whether they're professional critics or just blog critics like me and a whole bunch of other people out there. But they're still just opinions. If you see a movie, if you see clips, trailers, it looks interesting, you want to see it, go see it. Just, go see it, because there's a filmmaker out there and a production company and everyone else who's, you know, depending on people going to see their movies, so that, people think, okay, we're going to want to make a movie with this person so they get their next project. That could be you in the future, or it could be you right now. I don't know. Um, so just go see it. If it turns out to be bad, that's okay, because you can learn just as much from a bad movie as you can from a good movie. Um, you either consider it, if it was a good movie, it was an entertainment dollars expense, and if it was a bad movie, maybe you can convince your accountant to write it off as a business expense. It was a learning experience, like a seminar. Who knows? Obviously, for the blog, something else that's new is going to be these video log updates, these vlogs. Hopefully they go over well. I don't know. I'm going to try and keep them short, but this is the first one, so it might run long. I don't know. Um, Second thing, very important. A couple months ago, I put up the first ever, what I'm calling the insiders interviews, industry insiders interviews with Marvin Acuna. Caveat: anything here that might be link related on the web, I've put links into the text underneath this video here in the blog. If you're watching it on YouTube, it may or may not appear in the description. I don't know. But if not, at the very least, the link to the blog will, and you'll be able to go to the blog and click on some of the links for things I'm talking about, like these these insider interviews. There'll be a link for the first one. The first one, I was very happy to get Marvin Acuna, producer. He was a producer on The Great Buck Howard, several other pictures. He's also the one of the founders and main face of the Business Show Institute, which we'll learn more about in just a second. And the second one just went up yesterday on Sunday. Extremely happy to bring you the Scream Queens producers, seasons 2, which premieres tonight, Monday night at 10 o'clock Eastern or Pacific. Our Scream Queen producers, Joe and Biagio, husband-wife producing couple with, awesome show, awesome blog, and very cool people. So check those out. And the last thing, because I've been seeing this too much lately, I'm making a solemn pledge to you right now. The 3 a.m. Screenwriter will never, ever tell anyone to give up on their dream, unless your dream is crime, because, crime is wrong. But, if you want to be a screenwriter, do it. If you want to be an actor, an actress, learn as much as you can and do it. I'm not going to tell you not to. I've seen far too much where certain types of people, they want to make it seem like not everyone can do it. You have to have the talent first, or the truth is that the majority of you are gonna fail. I'm never ever gonna tell you that. My whole thing, and I've done posts on this before, is yes, I actually believe that hard work, effort, and learning, all of that trumps talent. The most talented person in the world, if they're lazy, if they're not working at it and doing it, it's not going to happen for them. Someone with 1/10 the talent can exceed them in accomplishments and everything else with effort. Just, so just do it. Forget about the talent side. Just do it. Just keep writing. I'm going to try and shorten this up a little bit. There's going to be some links. My tweeps of the week, people that you want to follow on Twitter, figure out who they are, what they're doing. These are people that are invaluable. They're helping to further your career just by learning from them. And I'm choosing the 2 people from the Insiders interviews. In case you haven't seen, I've got 2 up now. They're called Insiders interviews. Marvin Acuna was the first, and the second, which just went up last night, Joe and Biagio. This is a husband-wife team. They got Screen Queens coming out. I think I already mentioned it earlier in the vlog, and I just forgetting. And I'm talking like this the first time you've heard it, but hey, that's okay. It's practice, right? And there's going to be links links to all of their sites, everywhere you can find them that I know about, their own websites, their own blogs, and as well as how to find them on Twitter and Facebook. I've got a screenwriting tip for you, and this will be my last thing for the week. Every week you're going to get a screenwriting tip. I've harped on this one before: Twitter, Facebook, the blog, and I'm going to do it again right now on the vlog. Take it with you. I have a laptop. I'm staring at it right now, and hopefully the camera is, fairly centered on the Wolverine poster behind me. I have a laptop. I take it everywhere. I take it if we're going to the movies, to the grocery store, whatever, because my wife does all the driving. I can drive, she just prefers to drive herself. And what we found is that I can get more work done in the car. I can't read in the car, it makes me sick, but I can type in the car. Great, that's extra time. I have a 45-minute commute one way to work. I get a page done in that time. I get another page done on the 45 minutes home. Get a little bit done, whether it's notes or actual writing. They've also got these new inventions. If you don't have a laptop, I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Yes, I'm being facetious, and that is pen and pencil. Take it with you, or pen and paper. Take it. Little notebook fits in your pocket. Anything you want. Just, you're losing time if you're having idle time. Go to the movies. Go 30 minutes early. Make sure you arrive 30 minutes early. Yeah, you gotta sit and wait, but you can sit and wait in air conditioning and write. And you'll get a good seat. I keep harping on this for one reason. I hear this all the time from people that, I always wanted to write, but I just don't have the time. I have a full-time job. I'm doing the blog. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Wednesday table reads, going to the gym, trying to lose weight. I make the time, and that's what professional screenwriters do. I don't know if I qualify as professional yet, but you got to think like a professional before you ever become one. And professionals set aside time to write. It doesn't have to be 8 hours a day. It can be 1 hour. Set it aside. That's your time to write. Do it. I'm the 3 a.m. screenwriter. I get up at 3 a.m. I do this all the time. And that's the tip, and that's the vlog for the week. Hopefully I'll get better at this and have less ums and ahs and oohs and, coughs and burps and pauses and doors opening upstairs. But thank you for your time, and I will try and make these things significantly shorter in the future. Thanks.